What's up fellow engineers, Dr. McKay here, welcome back to my channel. Today's build is from The Expanse. Now, I have built the Rocinante, which is an MCRN gunboat from The Expanse. It is a 1-to-1 scale from the show. I do have some blueprints, which I'll put up on screen now. The measurements are, from thrust to the tip, 46 meters. From back to front is 11 to 13 meters, and left to right is 11 to 13 meters. So to convert that to blocks, we have 92 blocks high, 22 blocks wide by 26 blocks. And I must admit, I have fallen in love with this build. I've done everything that the blueprints have basically given me. So before I do the showcase video, if you want to hit that like button, don't forget to comment and subscribe your thoughts. We can now get on with the showcase. So like I said, it is a 1-to-1 scale, small grid, heavy armor block, and obviously I do have a large grid hydrogen engine on the bottom. It obviously merged in with small grid like I do with my rockets. Obviously my SLS is over there as a size comparison. So the Rocinante is essentially like half the size of the SLS almost, you know, give or take a bit. Now, I'll give you a little showcase on the outside, and then we'll go deck by deck inside because I've done 7 decks, you know, inside. So obviously, start from the bottom. So in the bottom, obviously, we've got the engine, and then obviously in this section inside is the fuel and like reactors and stuff. We have a PDC turret like section there. We have nothing there. Another PDC there. And we have our aft airlock there. Obviously we do have RCS thrusters inside and outside for thrust. As we come up to the mid section, we have obviously another PDC turret box there. We have missiles here with a conveyor tube, and obviously basically another PDC and then missile tubes there. Now I do love how I've done these missile tubes, pretty cool. As we come up to the forward section, we have another airlock, obviously the name, Tachi, and obviously that's basically it. As we come up to right to the tip, we have 2 PDCs on each side. Obviously the bridge is in there, so we have RCS controls, we have our antenna array on the front, or should I say on the bottom front. Yeah, and another RCS control port there as well. Just noticed that I do have one hydrogen engine that's eluded my grouping. Yeah, so I might just leave that. I got a ton of engines. So yeah, there's the Rocinante on the outside. So we're going to head inside and we're going to go deck by deck before we test fly it. And up in space, we do have another Rocinante or Tachi that we are going to fight when we get up there to test out the weapons of the Tachi. So it's up there waiting for us. So we're going to go into the Rocinante in the aft airlock, press this button, it opens both doors at the same time, go inside, close the airlock, and obviously we have, it should pressurize, and obviously we've got a door here. We're going to just fly up. Ladders are really purely cosmetic because ladders are hard to use in this game. Close the airlock. Obviously we have airlock. This is the cargo bay slash workshop because I didn't have enough room to do a separate deck. So I could have done like a separate deck like just above me head there, and have obviously workshop then cargo bay, but because of these tubes or these conveyor tubes, you won't have access to the entire workshop. So I thought we'd do the workshop and cargo bay as one. So this is the cargo bay. Obviously we do have the cargo bay box so we can put stuff in. Yeah. And there's another one down there, and we have the fusion reactor core down here, which basically has like everything in. I don't really want to showcase it all here because I won't be able to fly, but we got, I think, well, we got like 10 hydrogen tanks, we got multiple H2Os, we obviously got our PDCs, we got oxygen tanks, lots of thrusters, like, yeah, so you have to have thruster damage off, otherwise you're gonna have a big problem in this build. So make sure thruster damage is off. I might put in the description that you need to have thruster damage off. And where's my door? So that's there, and obviously it goes even further down because that floor is not even the bottom of the ship. It's like another big section which houses the reactors, more hydrogen thrusters, plus the hinge that converts to large grid. So this is the cargo bay, like I said, gonna come up. And now we're in the crew quarters. We have 6 bunks. Yeah, even though the crew capacity of the Tachi is 18 crew members, so 12 crew, 6 marines. Yeah, and the crew quarters can hold 12. I can only do half because of just sizing. Yeah, so obviously, yeah, 6 beds. Obviously, you can't actually use it because small grid. We need small grid beds. Come on, Keen, give us small grid beds. But we do have ammo racks that we can use throughout the ship, and obviously we do have little windows here to see our mid PDCs if they're working. The whole ship is airtight, so yeah, it's good. So we've got another deck, which is up here. This deck is the galley, and we do have a Cosmic Coffee Martian. Because this is a Mars ship. 2 tables for 4 chairs. A couple other it's not much you can do small grid for cosmetics. It's all large grid. So I'm hoping Keen gives us some small grid cosmetics. So I really want some. But this is the galley. Then we come up to the medical bay. Obviously we have a giant table, but we do have a survival kit. Got a couple cryopods and obviously some storage rooms, but nothing in them because again, need cosmetics. But this is med bay. Oh. Coming up to the next deck, we are in the forward airlock or the upper airlock, and obviously it's an upper storage room as well. So just like I said, just weapons ammo. But obviously the airlock here, or like I said, it's all pretty awesome. This got air vents in here for pressurization. Obviously we're up here now, just above the missile tube, so there's you don't want to fly out of here when you're in combat. And then as we come up to the final deck, this is the command deck. We have obviously seats with obviously just stuff. I haven't obviously done anything on all these screens because there's only so much you can do before you start repeating yourself. So I've left it really down to whoever takes a ship and wants to use it. They can do whatever they like with it. But obviously up here we have the flight deck. Now I have to orientate the seats or the cockpits on the wall like that instead of down like that. So you're flying it like horizontal, not vertically. So obviously I do have scripted screens here, obviously not here though, and obviously not there, and obviously there's flight deck. So they're the only scripted screens. So that's basically the entire ship from like aft to forward section. So we jump in the cockpit, and we're just gonna take you around a little bit, show you the PDCs and how they deploy. So I've got them all on the quick action bar. So obviously up is your RCS, down is your large hydrogen thruster. Because it's on a subgrid, you have to have thrust override on for it to work, which actually comes in handy because when you can literally just turn it on and off when you need it. So thrusting in space is good. There's not a lot of reverse thrust because in the Expanse and obviously in real life we use something called flip and burn. So you can just do that with this ship. You do have substantial forward thruster without the large hydrogen thruster, so you don't have to worry too much. But that's that. Obviously, left and right are your weapons. So obviously, I'll get a nice view here. So left deploys the hatches, right deploys the PDCs, and they pop out. Now, obviously, I couldn't make them pop out any more than that because 1, I need more room, and 2, it just I just couldn't get it to work right, popping them out. If that makes any sense at all, because I need to obviously take a conveyor tube to the side of the turret, right, and not the back of the turret, because I'm using a piston, so obviously it's a small grid. Yeah, unless I would, no, this still wouldn't work. No, so basically we'd have to do that, and obviously I haven't tested weapons yet, but I believe they still have good range, and they shouldn't, because they're on the sides of the ship, shoot the ship. I have faith. Yeah. And obviously we have missiles as well, which I'll show you in a minute. So we'll just close the PDC turrets. Yeah, missiles are here, so there you go, and they come out of these sections, which is pretty awesome. So that's all that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to basically fly it to space. Now you can either blueprint it in space, blueprint it on the ground and fly it yourself. It really doesn't matter what you do, because it does go from ground to space, but very slowly. So what we're going to do, I'm going to fire up the engines, go up, and then I'm just going to fast forward till we get to space, because it takes a little while to get up to speed. Once you get up to speed, you're fine, but you need to push up on the analog stick to fire your RCS to go up, otherwise you don't have enough thrust. So I'll show you. Ready? So turn on the RCS, that's all the RCS on, main engine on, go flip to the next page, and once we press up for the merge block, we need to press up on the analog stick so we can fly up. So 3, 2, 1, go. As you can see, it's a slow crawl, and that banging, don't worry about the banging, it's just because the large hydrogen engine is attached via a hinge with a small grid head on the hinge to obviously build the ship. So the banging stops once you turn the engine off. So apart from all that, here we go. So I'll go fast forward to space, and then we can attack the enemy ship. So catch you in a minute. So now we're past 0.50 G. You can turn off your dampeners and let the rear engine basically take you up the rest of the way now without having to throttle up. As you can see, we're sustaining speed, so we should be alright in a minute. And what we're going to do, we're going to turn off the engine about 14.14 G, and we're just going to coast up, do a flip and burn to slow down, and then we're going to approach the other Rocinante and see what we are like for weapons. Obviously I am using the speed mod. That is the only mod I have on at the minute, because like you're all well aware, I like to build my ships vanilla so everyone can use them. So we're going to throttle off the last engine, turn off should I say, not throttle off, and we're going to coast up now. Yeah, the Rocinante, or the Tachi, is what is going to be cool, because that's technically the name of the ship. Yeah, it has over 400 gyros to help with moving. As you can see, we're pretty maneuverable for heavy armor block. Yeah. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna flip and burn now. Like I said, this is what they do in the Expanse. There's the enemy ship. Now it has got weapons ready. I'm gonna try and hit it a few times with missiles. Tried to. Right, now we're coming up to 0 G. We're gonna throttle in a minute on the rear engine to slow down. Wait for it to hit 0 G. Just remember our dampeners are off, so we're going to turn dampeners back on to help with the stopping. Just gotta be careful you don't overburn. So turn off about 20, and then let the RCS stop again. And that's essentially how you stop. So we're now stopped. We're gonna turn to face the enemy, which is over there. Alright, we're gonna deploy our PDCs. And they should automatically target. Obviously, our missiles are manually fired, but you have to be pointing at the ship, so it's a bit of a challenge. Probably better at large targets, but small targets can be a bit of an issue. Let's turn on our missiles. Right. Here we go. We're gonna go purely on. Well, I might start off with large thruster to get some speed, and then yeah, for 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, gonna cut out about 70. There we go. Cut out about 70. Also, I do have some reverse thrusters there that do stop us. Here, you can go in there and turn them off if you want. I think 5 kilometers is the target range. Here come the bullets. I think bullets. Oh, I'll go too fast now. Here we go. Whoa, go too fast with rockets. Here we go. Quick burn. Spin around. Big engine on. I completely overshot that then. Remember, don't want to go too fast than 100 meters a second for combat, so... Alright. Here we go. Not sure if I'm hitting it. I graze the aft section. No, it's not bad once you get the hang of it. Try to target those PDCs. And there goes the cockpit. Wow. I don't know who won. Ugh. Still got one cockpit left. There's a PDC there. Come on, you can do it. Considering this heavy armor block, you'd think it'd be a bit more defended. I think most of my damage is taken on the forward section. Let's have a look at the damage. So we lost our mid PDCs. We still got like our aft ones, and I think we've lost our forward. We got one forward. I think that's all the weapons done now. Ramming speed. Like I said, I don't really have a lot of reverse thrust here, just enough. It's mostly side to side, up and down. Yeah, I got all the PDCs out. One more volley. There we go. I know it's not as exciting as fighting an actual moving ship. There we go. I don't think I did too bad. Just gonna pull away. I'm gonna check. Need to group up some stuff here. At least my engines work, I suppose. Let's get out of range. See, most of the fuel conveyor tubes and engines and gyros are held in the aft section. Alright, let's check the damage. I know that the section on the rear, on the aft, is what I did by colliding with the ship. Alright, let's check the damage. So our forward section is completely kaput. I have no idea why it says cargo bay there. And it says command deck too. That's crazy. Well, flight deck and command deck has got more holes than Swiss cheese. Yeah. So that's that. It would be dead probably. I think the storage bay is untouched. It's crazy. There we go. Come down to the med bay. Med bay looks like it's untouched as well. Oh, I lost a ladder. Galley looks like it's untouched as well. Crew quarters. Well, the weapons seem to be quite buggered. Let's put them back in. And both PDCs look like a toast. At least if you were asleep in here and you were in battle, you'd be perfectly safe. Oh, there's a hole in the floor there, so a bullet must have come through. And the cargo bay looks like to be in good nick as well. Minus a few holes. Yeah. I wonder if the engine room is okay. Well, I know. Well, the aft PDCs seem to be fine. That's not too bad then. I do have a hole somewhere, don't I? Or is that lower down? I think it's lower down. Let's go up. Just check. There's a hole in the air. Well, no. Airlocks are fine. If you want to breathe, airlock. There you go, look. Oxygen and nice and warm. So the airlocks are fine. So let's have a look at the damage. I've got a little door here as well. Look at all those gyros. A lot of gyros. Yeah, there's the old look. So I must have taken out at least 100 gyros. Still got reactors though. I've lost a fuel tank. Generally pretty good, pretty well held together. So we have it then, folks. That is the MCRN TACHI gunboat or gunship. Yeah, 1-to-1 scale. It's pretty good at combat if you don't go too fast. So, you know, maybe 100 meters a second isn't too bad. Yeah, like I said, you could either blueprint it in space, blueprint it on the Earth. It does leave the Earth's gravity. So if it leaves the Earth's gravity, it should leave the Martian gravity. Now we do have obviously missile turrets there. I don't think we did any damage when we were firing. Oh, I lost a missile turret or a missile there. But most of the weapon placements are separated from the rest of the ship, so we should be alright. Well, there you have it then, folks. That is the Tachi. Now, where did I go too far? Oh, it's probably not got a signal. Well, there we go then, folks. So if you like the build, please hit the like button. Don't forget to comment your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't. I'm trying to get my subscriber count up to 500 and then beyond. It is taking a while, but obviously I'm only doing Space Engineers videos at the moment. So yeah, any support you can give me would be brilliant, and I thank you very much for doing so. I've been Dr. McKay. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.